This is something else that I was thinking of. So I know, like, we're both into space. Like, I'm all about the space-based games.
Yeah.
Love it. Love everything about it. And I have so many questions for the developers of No Man's Sky and stuff like that. Like, because the way they handle gravity in that game is unbelievable. Okay. Anyway.
Kerbal Space Program is another one that's excellent in every single way.
Which one's this?
You've never heard of Kerbal Space Program?
No.
Bro, oh my goodness. Okay.
What am I missing here?
So it was originally for PC. They ported it to Xbox a while back, but it is a fake scale model replica of our solar system. So there's Mars, the moon, every planet, but it follows our actual laws of physics. Like the true laws of physics that we understand. And the point of the game is you have to build your own like spaceship or, you know, space station or whatever. And you have to go through the trial and error of actually like doing the math and getting your craft, you know, flight worthy and then space worthy and then, you know, have enough fuel to thrust ratio. Like it's real actual math and science that has to go into actually launching something from our planet into orbit. But the planet that they use is 1/10 the size of ours. That's like your Earth. So it's a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier. I put probably 5 months into that game. And after playing it for 5 months, I was finally able to land on the moon and get back to Earth. That's how long it took me just to do that. It took me probably a month just to get into space. Like, it's so realistic, it's painful.
Wait, okay. Well, first of all, this sounds awesome. You lost me at you have to do math.
Yeah, like
I'm out at that point.
The game does the math for you, but if you want to learn the finer points of everything in the game, you have to like actually like watch a video about how orbital velocity works. You have to watch a video about how to get two spacecrafts into the same orbit and connect them. It's like...
Do they have the videos like actually in the game that you watch, or do you have to go like do the research yourself?
There are some instructions in the game, like it's pretty good about holding your hand, but if you want to get like further and further and further into the game, you need someone who has a really good understanding of all of these mechanics to like guide you through doing it. It's really cool. This
is wild. What's this called again? And this is PC, I'm assuming.
It's PC and Xbox.
PC and Xbox.
They ported it to Xbox a while back. But I've tried to build a space station. I never could get orbital docking down. I couldn't figure it out. Like I would put two separate payloads into the same orbit, and like getting something in the exact same orbit is absolutely ridiculous in the first place. But getting to the moon and getting back from the moon and not killing all your astronauts is like the first like.
Yeah, hey,
good job.
Congratulations. They all lived.
Yeah, but now if you want to, like, you can go to Mars, you can go to Jupiter, you can go to, like, all of the other planets that are so very, very far away.
What about the moons?
You can go to all of their moons, too. Like, it's a replica of our galaxy. Or not our galaxy, but our solar system. And
this is unbelievable. Is it like a flight simulator-esque?
Essentially, I mean, it's kind of goofy because you have these like humanoid-esque characters that are your astronauts.
The physics is real, you know.
The physics are accurate. That's like all of the science behind it is accurate. Even if you want to just build an airplane, you have to build the airplane with perfect aerodynamics. You can't just slap wings on a body, put an engine on it, and let it fly. You have to build it correctly, or it's not going to fly.
This is mind-blowing to me. How have I never heard about this as much as stuff with space I like? Okay. And this is interesting because you said that it took you just like how much time before you actually like got into orbit and stuff?
Yeah, it took me like a month just to get into orbit, just to get a rocket that wouldn't turn sideways and fall back to Earth.
Okay. Here's a fun factoid. You probably already know this if you're big into space. Mm-hmm. The average age of all of the scientists who put Apollo on the moon was under 30.
Really?
Really?
Huh. Well, that doesn't make sense. How are all the German scientists there? They got to be older than that.
This was an average age, so this would have been 20 years after
World War II.
Was it Project Paperclip?
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. So,
I mean, that's average age. So there could have been the older guys that were just like helping.
Right. It just.
Did you know that the guy that landed on the moon, Neil Armstrong, he actually had to do the mathematical equation to get the lander on the moon free-handed as it was happening? Like he had to make adjustments as they were going up there. You got to fact check me on this completely, but he actually had to land the spacecraft by doing the math of his velocity, his position, everything, and he did it freehand while barreling towards the planet. Like the amount of pressure you would have to be under.
it's life and death pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, well, literally, it's literally life and death pressure.
Yeah. You have to be 100% okay with dying if you want to go to space.
I want to go to space.
I want to go to space too.
I want to go to space. I would 100% do that. Do you think we're going to be able to in our lifetime?
I think it's possible. I think with the advancements that even, SpaceX has done, it's very possible that it could happen. I think the next few years are going to determine how the next 50 years play out, So we'll see if we can keep things peaceful as a world. If we can keep things peaceful and keep things prosperous, there's no telling what we can do.
I like this motivation.
Yeah.
I like it. Between you and all the scientists who were under the age of 30 who put the Apollo on the moon. Meanwhile, my fat ass is back here. I can't even get to the center of the galaxy